How are you doing, Miss the Costanza? Dr. Jim Jaspers is doing well. Thank you for everybody for showing up to the Behavioralist. Today we're going to be taking calls. We're going to be addressing the issues of anger. Anger, which can poison your heart and your spirit. Now we have two ways of calling in. We have the telephone number, and we also have the Discord link. Hello, Andrew GVN. How are you doing? Long time no see. Anyway, if you guys want to, go ahead and pop into the waiting room, and I will call you directly. It's annoying whenever you get pulled in, or you can try to use the telephone number itself. And we already got a phone call. Let's see how this goes. Oh, you popped into the waiting area, but not answering. Thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I help you? Okay. No luck there. We're 0 for 1. It's a rough start, boys, but we'll get there. Now, anger is a very interesting thing. It can be very useful and very destructive at the same time. It can get rather annoying. But at the same time, very powerful. It just depends on how you use it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Is there anybody else in the waiting area? Okay. Here we go. We will go ahead and call a Miss Senpai. Thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I help you? Jonathan muted my mic. He might have. That's kind of crazy. What the hell is going on there? Hello? Thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I help you? Yes, I can hear you. Hello? Why am I having all these issues? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can... Hello, can you hear me?
Mentioned and
Okay, I'm trying to get this situated. I apologize about that. Missed calls. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello? You think I'm muted. I have no idea why I would be muted. Hello, can you hear me now?
if you can.
Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, just one split second.
Hello.
Oh, okay, so you can hear me. Awesome. Well, hello, how are you doing today? Hello? Hello? Can you hear
You're
me?
breaking up.
I'm breaking up. Probably a large amount of calls and so forth. I'm getting a large influx. Okay, can you hear me now? A little bit better? Let's shut that down for right now. Hello, can you hear me now? It's echoing. Awesome. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello? Test, test. Test, test. Why not? Hello, can you hear me now? Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Okay. I have a little bit more technical issues, probably because of the number of devices running off the internet. So we will see how that works. Let's try this one again. It's lagging.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, well, that's one part of the problem knocked out. So, what can I do for you today?
I was wondering if I want to ask. I have a question about the CLC that Matt discussed in today's episode.
Yes, of course, of course. I'm always an open book. What can I do to be a serviceman?
Okay, about the CLC, I was wondering if there are any applications to try and get more people to kill Jonathan, because I feel that I could be a great asset to the CLC.
Okay, okay. Well, we love people who are enthusiastic and so forth. The best way to apply for the COC is to message Mathis on Twitter, and he should be able to send you a application, and then you fill that out, background check, a few things like that, and then from there we can see if you actually can qualify for the COC. Now, my question to you is, ma'am, what tools or assets do you think you could bring towards the ending of Jonathan Hills?
Oh, I honestly can get my hands on anything: guns, knives, synthetic poison.
Okay, poisons. That's a very interesting approach. I respect that. I definitely respect that. Now, I'm assuming that you're female, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so now you know that he has an extreme aversion towards females and so forth, which would probably make you one of the better options for actually going after him. With you being a woman, he can't really do anything. So
Well, considering how he treats Ariana, that could go with me being female. That can go both ways.
I agree. I honestly feel bad for Miss Ariana. That girl deserves better. I've been trying to message her for months
Yeah,
about it.
she got a
So
tough.
yeah, she really does got it tough. I mean, who in their right mind's willing to live in a closet? You know what I mean? Like that's rough, you know?
Better question is, who would want to live with Jonathan in the first place?
And I've wondered that myself. See, my question is if I could actually talk to Ariana, would be what is it about Jonathan that keeps her there? You know what I mean? Because, like, heck, she's been
Well,
freed before and somehow ends up back there. I just don't understand it.
I believe she stated before on her Twitter that she thought Jonathan was misunderstood, so that could have been a reason.
That's true, but I mean, I think after about a year or so of being in the closet and being forced to draw for extreme hours with very little bit of food, and how do you survive off green peas? I've never understood that.
I've heard they're not even real green peas.
Yeah, I know. I've actually heard one caller who is apparently from the Food and Drug Administration. It was basically that there was a number of human bodily fluids and elements located in it. And I don't know if that actually counts as green peas. And here's my question: if like anybody's ever actually bought them, could you please message me? Because what? Why would you pay $40 for peas? Or I'm sorry, $39.98 for peas.
I feel like the only person who's bought the peas is Jonathan's grandmother,
Yeah, I
and
would
she
have
probably
to
like threw
agree.
him in a wood chuck.
I would hope so because that poor sweet woman. I know she has to look at her grandson and just shake her head and
Oh,
all that. So may I ask you, since today's topic's about anger and so forth, what is it like? What really makes you angry in life?
a lot of my anger comes from seeing Jonathan mistreat innocent people that are only trying to help him,
I
and then
agree.
deny the murder of a sweet, innocent young man after all the evidence is on him, and he has the nerve to claim Photoshop when he doesn't even know what the fuck it is.
I definitely would have to agree with you there. Can we get a F in chat for Mr. Joe Smalls? That poor, sweet, innocent man was just corrupted and destroyed by Jonathan after a period of time, and I'm sorry about it. I really do. I feel for his family. All that poor boy wanted was some
Just,
Taco Bell. I mean, that's not much to ask.
just
You just want a Nacho Bell Grande. Nothing
rest
wrong
in
with that.
beefy frito burritos.
Yes, you're
Beefy
right. My
frito burritos,
apologies.
Joe Smalls.
Yes, Frito burritos in the chat for Joe Smalls. May he receive as many as he can handle in heaven. So how do you deal with your
Friends.
anger, Yes, caller.
I never really thought about that. I just scream at Jonathan. Since he's the center of my issues, I just scream at him and then cry over Gregory.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I've been needing to get a hold of Gregory. I've actually allocated some funds for a couple of projects for the COC or COC as it is referred
Ugh.
to. Yeah, I've been allocating funds and so forth. Well, I got some plans for Mr. Gregory. He's an ingenuitive and impressive individual. I must accept. I must admit.
I will accept. I will support you on those plans as long as it does not involve Gregory being hurt. I will support you on those
I
plans.
don't.
And maybe
I
I could
don't.
help.
Well, I would be glad for the assistance. You know, us with the COC, we definitely take as much assistance as we can get. And I can give you my word, Gregory's a pretty capable man. I think he'll be okay. You know, with the plan I got lined up, it should actually work effectively. You know.
Yeah,
But to help out
I
with the
agree.
anger of issue and so forth, while it might be very cathartic to yell and scream at Jonathan Hills on the computer monitor and so forth, have you ever thought about something like meditation or anything like that?
Turn off the electricity. Like meditation? Or is that what
Yes,
you said?
yes, something along those
Um,
lines to help you relax with anger.
I never really thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's not for everybody. You know, it takes a long time to train your mind to quiet it and so forth. But it can actually help you out in the long run. It really can. Because I mean, with you being a young female, I don't want you to worry about like elevating your blood pressure and so forth, especially about somebody like Jonathan Hills. Because I can give you my word, ma'am, one day, and I mean this, one day he will have to face me face to face, and he will suffer horribly
I
for
was
all of the evil that he has brought
I was
upon the
just
world.
planning on saving up all my anger to when I finally meet him.
That's useful. That's a really good thing because people will naturally tell you that anger is always bad, and that's not the case. Not at all. Anger is a very useful thing if you learn how to harness it correctly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well, is there anything I can do for you? I never caught your name. I apologize.
You know what? Just call me Jess.
Jess. Okay. Well, I appreciate the call, Miss Jess, and so forth, and glad to be of service. And I hope you're
Thank
able
you.
to relax and have yourself a great day. If you happen to need anything else,
So,
feel free to call back in, okay?
righty.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.
You too. You too. Okay. See, that's a very good call. That's a very good call. So there we go. Let's see if we got anybody else in the waiting area and so forth. Now, if you want to, hop into the Discord and you will get a phone call from me directly after my technical supervisor connects and so forth, and I apologize for the number of issues going on. I think she's got me lined up for another phone call right now.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I best be of service, sir? Hello? Caller? Okay, sorry about that. Seems like
Anyways,
you have some issues. What can I do for you today, sir? Today we're talking about anger.
yeah. My name's John Smith, and I'm with the Office of Child Support Enforcement. It seems you, Deus 03, Do 03, have been back 20 years of child support, because you have an autistic son named Ninja Fames.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I've heard this before,
You,
actually, but I've yet to see any DNA proof
yeah.
that could verify
So,
that I'm in fact the father of this child. Hello, caller?
uh-huh.
So I've not seen any proof and all that. So how could the Office of Child Support be coming after me if there's no actual proof?
What?
Now, if let me repeat myself, I'm sorry. Now, if there's no actual physical evidence that I've in fact fathered this child, in what shape or form could the Office of Child Support come after me?
Well, we keep getting like 10 to 20 calls by this kid saying you're his dad and you need to do something about this.
Uh-huh.
And we're just getting tired, so we're just coming after you.
You're going to come after me. Now, on what legal basis are you going to be coming after me, sir?
'Cause you owe child support, sir.
Yes, but my question is, which I'll revert back to the original question, if there's no actual proof that this is in fact my child, how can you bill me for said child?
I don't fucking know.
You don't know? Okay. Well, you need to get a hold of my lawyer. His name is Alexander Shannara. He's nicknamed the Alabama Hammer.
Uh-huh.
And you can submit your paperwork and so forth, and we will be contesting this in court.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, my question for you, sir. Now, this woman, have you spoken to the mother of this child?
No, there's this one kid that keeps autistic screeching over the phone that someone named Duso3 is his father.
I got you. Now, my question to you, sir, is: are you sure that his mother wasn't just a skank who slept around a lot?
Wait a minute, sir. This is not. We no need to slander anyone.
I'm not slandering anybody, sir. I'm just asking an honest question.
No, you're slandering, sir. You called someone a skank.
Well, I mean, she might have been a floozy. You never know. You know, I mean, I've known a couple
Sir,
of women
that
in
is
my
an
days who was
offensive
called
term.
loose. Yeah. I mean,
Sir, I'm gonna what I'm gonna do now, because you're being so offensive. I'm gonna refer to you to something called the Buddhism Hotline. I'm gonna want you to watch that. That's kid friendly.
Okay.
And everything.
I think I've heard of this before. I remember there was like apparently a gentleman who was talking about he was in love with a 15-year-old girl, the host.
Whoa!
I remember seeing something about that.
Well, you shouldn't call that man Jonathan Hills. You shouldn't accuse him as a pedophile.
Well, I'm not really accusing him of being a pedophile. He actually commented that he was in love with a girl who was named JoJo Siwa or something along those lines.
Alright, that's it. The jig is up. This is not no fucking child support office person. This is Ninja Fames. We're coming for you. We're coming for you, Jonathan Hills. Yeah, we're coming for you, Jonathan Hills. The Buddha's World Order. We're coming. Buddha's World Order. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, caller, for that. The name is JoJo Seawall. Okay, and thank you for the follow, Caden Marie 10. I appreciate that. That's so horrible. That's so horrible. Oh, okay. Miss Isabel, would you mind connecting me with the next caller, please? Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. Let's see if we can actually get through to this one now. Oh, Mr. Fluff Stuff is following. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for calling the.
Hello.
Thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I best be of service, sir? Hello?
How's it
Caller.
going?
I can't complain. I can't complain too much. How about yourself, sir? How are you doing? Hello? I think your microphone is muted, sir. I can't seem to hear you. Okay. Hello. I can hear you now. Now, today we're talking about anger, sir. Have you ever had issues in your life involving anger?
Yes, I have, and I recently had one. Would you like me to tell you about it?
Please. That's what I'm here for, sir.
Okay. So I was right, and I talked to her. You know, she's pretty cool, and then she says that she has an STD. She says that she has herpes, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I distanced myself because obviously, you know, if she sneezes, it's over for me.
Yeah, I get your argument. I get your
So,
argument.
so I distanced myself, right? And then you know, it's all good. And then in the library, it was time for us to go to the library to check our books out, right? So I went to the library. I was renting out this book called the Neon Bible, and then I look to the left of me and I see her kissing somebody.
Ooh, you saw her kissing somebody. Was she in the middle of a breakout, or was, at least that cleared up?
Well, no, I don't know why, but they were kissing,
Okay,
her and this jock dude, and
okay.
and I didn't know how to break it to him that he just got hurt, and now he has to live with it for the rest of his life. Um,
Yeah, I mean, that's a
so
valid
so I
point.
told him,
Hmm.
so I told him, and he started bawling his eyes out, right, as
Yeah,
you would, knowing that you have an STD for the rest of your life.
true.
Um, so then he goes somewhere, and the period's over, and it's all dandy. I start telling people that this bitch has herpes, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then next morning, I hear from my friend Tyrone. He's a big black dude.
Hmm.
He tells me that the girl had sex with somebody, and we didn't know who it was. So there's this random dude with herpes running around our school, and you know how high school students are. They're gonna fuck everything that moves.
Yeah,
So
sadly true.
you know, there's gonna be a herpes outbreak here soon, in Illinois. So
Yeah,
that's
I would
gonna be
definitely be careful about that. It's definitely not good that, she managed to actually spread the disease around and so forth. Now, you said you were from the state of Illinois and so forth. That's good. Have you thought about possibly getting a hold of the local health clinic? Because that has to be knowledge that's shared. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a way to get them on a listing and so forth. That way you can check. Have you thought about doing anything like that?
I have.
You haven't thought about that? Well, I mean, it's something you might want to be willing to check into, because there are a lot of STDs going around nowadays and so forth. The best bit of advice I can give for you, sir, is that you want to avoid that type of situation altogether, which you did the right thing, because a lot of guys wouldn't even care, sadly, nowadays. So you want to avoid that as best as possible and let people know. That's an important bit of information to share. If she's not willing to share it herself, you should be able to share it for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what do I do? But there's a guy that we don't even know, and he has herpes, and you know, like,
Well, if I was in that type of situation, I would at least address her directly to inquire if she told said guy about it. That way, you could at least find out, or you could just make up pamphlets, put it
yeah,
around school with her picture, saying if you've slept with this person, go get tested. Which might be considered, a little bit unnice, but it's better to be unnice than, allowing
yeah,
an STD to spread.
yeah, because you know these high school students up in here in Illinois, dude, they're
Yeah,
freaking crazy.
yeah, I have no
Um,
doubt. I agree with you. So with us going back to
yeah.
the point of anger and so forth, what do you do to
Um,
manage and control your anger, sir?
all right. I'm more of an alpha person. I like to like, I don't know how would you describe this, but whenever I am upset at something or angry, I like to take it out on something, not someone, but
Hmm.
something, you
Something.
know, to
Well,
try and release it.
no, that's a good thing to do. Meditation, martial arts, boxing, and like what do you take it out on to alleviate that type of aggression, sir?
Well, you know, my grandpa, he has this big bag of sand that hangs from the ceiling, and I like to maybe punch it a few times, you know.
I can definitely understand that. That's actually a good approach. It's better, to hit a bag of sand versus somebody else. So I would say keep going with
Yeah,
that and so forth and all that, and just realize that anger's not always a bad thing, okay? It can be very useful.
yeah,
All right. So is there
yeah.
anything else I can do for you, sir?
That is all. No, I'm good. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling in, sir. We appreciate it here at the Behavioralist.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay, actually managed to help 2 people. That's good. That's definitely good. All right. Let's see if we manage to get anybody else. Hammer, try hard, nuggers. What? I'm afraid to even ask what that means. Maybe I've been out of the game too much. Okay. Well, we are going to be calling somebody that looks like BHC. So, let's see if this works. Thank you, Isabel, for connecting that call. See if it's connecting or not. BHC. That's an interesting name. I'll give him that. Caller, are you there? Hello? Caller? You there? Okay.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Hello. Thank you for calling into the Behavioralist. How can I help you today, sir?
Hey, you do realize your microphone isn't working on the stream?
My microphone is not working on the stream. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Flying fornication. Okay, it should be working. I mean, it's showing that's in
Not
fact.
kidding. No.
You're not kidding. Okay, let's see if we can fix this then, because that is not working correctly. Because why not? Let's see.
Actually, is it working now? I think it actually might be working now.
I can hear
It wasn't
it
working
clear.
before.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
It
noticing
wasn't
I was
working.
having some problems earlier and all that. I did a couple things to change it around to get it fixed. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. So, caller, what would you like for me to refer to you as?
Black healthy cat.
Black Healthy Cat. That's an interesting name. Okay, so what can I do for you today, sir? Today we're talking about anger. Have you had any issues with anger lately?
I was on hotline for about I don't know, like 6 or 7 months,
Okay.
and during that time, I visited Jonathan, and he has me locked up in his basement ever since.
You've been
And he's
locked up
given me a
in.
computer and everything.
Okay, so he's got you locked up in his basement, but he's still making you work. How is that working?
He gave me the internet and the Wi-Fi password and a computer, and he feeds me like green peas every day. But like I'm kind of like nutrient withdrawn because
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the last the stream he did, he made like green pea lasagna,
Okay.
and he fed it to me. And it didn't taste good. It kind of tasted like oil and stuff like that. I don't know why, but
Yeah, that definitely.
I
Yeah, I
don't know.
wouldn't trust anything he gave you. Now, sir, with you having the internet and so forth, have you never thought of maybe messaging for help or contacting a family member to tell them to call in or anything like that?
No. Like what happened is he's like he's like watching me at all times, like with a camera, and
Oh.
watches like my DMs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like Discord logged in on like his phone or something, so he's watching everything. And like if I do anything, he'll hit me again, and I don't want to be hit again.
Well, see, maybe this is an idea. Maybe intentionally antagonize them to come in. Now, are you like with you being locked up in a basement with a computer? Have you ever thought about just grabbing the tower and using it as an offensive weapon?
Well, he he comes in with like Dr. Gregory Peck's fit sometimes, and it kind of is intimidating. But
Okay.
Gregory Peck has not been here for a while, but
Yeah.
Mathis has been down here a couple of days too. Like he's been down here a couple of days. He's actually I don't know. I think Jonathan was doing something with him earlier, but he's actually enslaving him to go on the program and stuff like that. And
Mm.
Mathis did escape for a couple of months, but he was back here like an hour ago, and then yeah. So I don't know what to do. Like how do
Um.
I get through this?
Well, my best bet, if there's no, as the old saying goes, if there's no way to control it, you have to endure it, which, it sounds kind of cold-hearted, but it's the real world. It kind of is that way. But here's something that maybe you've not thought of. With you and Mathis being there, at some point he has to unchain Mathis to bring him up. Why not work together as a partnership and just wear him out like an old dirty rug?
Well, Mathis isn't his. He's not really in it at all times. So like, I think Mathis is convinced that Jonathan is his dad or something like that, and like the basement is his room. So
Mm-hmm.
like when he goes up, he's really happy, and he just leaves me, like he forgets about me all the time,
Yeah.
and like I tried to tell him to to come and help me later on, but like I haven't seen the light of day in about 5 months since I went over his house. Like,
Yeah.
and
That's definitely not
it's
good.
crazy.
That's definitely not good.
Yeah, and
Mm.
I tried calling 911, but it said he blocks. Like he has like every time I try to install a program, it blocks it. But I
Mm-hmm.
managed to get Discord on or something like that, and that's the only way I've been really communicating.
Yeah.
And I can go on Twitch and everything, but like every time I try to call for help, no one believes me.
Yeah. I would try to maybe get a hold of leaving messages on Discord for people to contact family members and so forth, and maybe actually try it because I'm pretty sure they've at least inquired, right? Like, has your family not checked into trying to find you or anything along those lines, sir?
I don't know. I kind of traveled a couple of states to get even into his his house, and he seemed really nice, and he wanted me to come over and work on the program with him, being like his tech supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just been down there since, and he got rid of me as the moderator,
Yeah.
and so
And ever since then, he's
and
just
everything.
been keeping you imprisoned and so forth.
Yeah,
Well, I'm definitely sorry
it's
about
been
that.
crazy.
Uh huh. Well,
I
what?
appreciate that.
Yeah. Now, with him having you secured, are you like shackled to the wall or anything like that?
Well, he's given me a chair and a laptop, and he has my feet shackled to the floor, and the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that are free are my hands. So like when he comes down, he kind of stays far away from me and kind of slides me a dish of green peas every day. I don't know, like maybe around like 4 o'clock every day, he slides me a dish of the green peas, and
So he
sometimes
feeds you one time a day at
he
four
doesn't even
o'clock.
open.
They're not
Yeah,
even
he doesn't
opened.
even open the green peas sometimes. No, he sometimes he does. Sometimes he throws the can just right at me, and it kind of hurts sometimes. But
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. And yeah,
Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Now, what I would suggest, sir, with using your downtime, maybe to try to work out. If your feet are shackled, your arms are still free. So maybe try to work on like push-ups, things like that. Try to find any type of loose items that you could use as a weapon, and get him somehow close enough to you to where you can use said weapon effectively.
yeah. I guess I could probably use the laptop. It's like he got me a gaming laptop, so it's a pretty massive thing, and it weighs a
Oh,
lot.
see, there you go. I mean,
Yes.
maybe say something along the lines of like, your shackles loose and so forth, and when he comes in and kneels, that's when you just catch him one good time over the back of the head.
Yeah, I actually think that's a really good idea because he does sometimes go near me.
Hmm.
Like every once in a while, he wants to tighten the shackles a lot because he's worried.
Yeah,
But I think I could probably get him then, and then
yeah,
I could probably run away.
yeah.
He has my phone somewhere.
He has your phone
I
somewhere.
had an iPhone X. Yeah, I had an iPhone XR, and he just took it like a couple
Well,
months
was it
ago.
one
So
that had a really smashed screen on it? Because if my memory serves me right, I think I've seen his phone once, and it was pretty messed up, kind of sketchy.
yeah, I actually tried to hit him with it, and that's when he took it. So maybe it cracked the screen. That may be my phone. Like, so he may be using my phone.
He may be using your phone, which would make sense. It would show movement and so forth. Um, I'm pretty sure you can get a hold of the FBI via the internet in some form or fashion. And at least, if you send like 30 messages with the same location, I'm pretty sure eventually at some point somebody will come check on you.
All right, so I don't how do I get to the FBI? Like, how do I report that?
I would probably just, say that you're working on something for the show, and then from there, just go to Google, do a basic search for like Illinois FBI office, and then go from there.
All right. I'm gonna try doing that now. Okay.
Okay, all
Let me see
right.
if I
And
can do it.
if you happen to
Hold
need
on.
any,
Yeah,
okay,
hold on a second.
you want me to hold on? Okay,
Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's
Okay.
coming. He's coming. I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Godspeed, Godspeed, there, Mr. Black Healthy Cat, and I'm sorry that you are dealing with that because that sounds pretty rough. Won't lie, that sounds pretty rough. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see. Here we go. Miss Isabel, can you connect another call, please? Del Rancho. Well, that's an interesting name, but okay. Fair enough. Alright. Alright. Let's see how this works. Thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I assist you? Caller? Oh, no, it's Oscar. Caller?
Yeah.
Yes, hello, hello. Thank you for calling in the Behavioralist. How can I assist you today?
I have some anger.
You have some anger issues? Okay, well, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Well, what type of things make you angry, sir?
Some things that make me angry, like,
Like what?
like school, you know? Like,
Okay. School, naturally. What things
Yeah.
about school make you angry?
my teacher being a bitch to me.
The teacher being a massive B to you. Okay. Now, is she
Yeah.
trying to make personalized attacks or anything like that?
Nah. She, this teacher, I'm just gonna call her Miss Jackass because her name is Miss Jackass.
Yeah, with it being the internet, let's try to avoid any direct names and so forth. We don't need any issues like that.
Yeah, sorry.
Hmm.
She's like, she's like, like, she's always rude to me, like, being a D to me, like, saying do this, do that, all that, and
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. She keeps doing the same thing.
Okay. Well, have you possibly informed your parents of this? Maybe you can get a hold of a lawyer and so forth?
Nah, but
Okay.
I tried talking to the principal about it. I just want to switch out of that class.
Yeah. And what did the principal inform you of?
He does not give a shit.
Well, you know that your principal of your school has a boss called a superintendent, right?
Yeah, I know.
Have you thought about possibly checking into having contact with the superintendent of your school district and so forth?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, that's something I would definitely think of checking into, possibly, and maybe that could correct your issue and all that. So, whenever you do get upset, how do you deal with that issue?
Well, when I get to home, I just play some video games, pretty much.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, well,
Like,
I mean, it's a good form of catharsis and so forth. Something to take your mind off the current situation and move forward and so
like,
forth.
didn't you say like meditating or something like that?
Yeah, meditating is a good thing. Like me personally, I use meditation a lot. It takes a while to get used to it because you have to clear your mind before moving forward, and that's definitely not easy.
I didn't know you meditate.
Well, it does help, you know. Like, just because you get younger or older doesn't mean life doesn't, life doesn't get any easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I would suggest meditation, maybe having a conversation with your parents and so forth. So is there anything else I can do for you, caller?
Nope. But thank you.
Not a problem. Well, thank you for calling in the Behavioralist, and I hope that you have a great day. Okay. Actually helping people. Now, I've noticed a lot of people, they might deal with anger and so forth, but, they're not letting it consume them. And that's a good thing. You definitely want to avoid letting anger consume you. You don't want to end up like a high mass individual with a large chin, Like that's never good for anybody and so forth. Okay, are you getting me connected for another call? Okay. Apparently it's a detective. Thank you, Isabel. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can actually do it. Okay. Thank you for calling the Behavioralist. How can I assist you? Caller, are you there? It's a detective. Oh, hello.
Ooh,
Hello.
how you doing it?
I can't complain. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. Hold up, just gonna leave the waiting area room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. I'm
Yeah,
glad
what's
that
up?
you're doing. Oh, well, can't complain too much.
Whoa,
Massive
there we go.
tortoise with a bow.
What?
Apparently,
Massive tortoise with the bow?
yeah, massive tortoise with a bowl is just followed.
Ooh.
So that's something. Okay, so caller, are you ever having issues with anger a lot in your life?
Oh yeah, a ton. Tons of anger.
Gotcha.
You know, there's this guy who keeps flexing about an iPhone XR, you know? Like he just keeps flexing around on everyone. It's super, like, he does it every day.
Yeah.
Like he flexes his iPhone XR about how he has like mods in there, is like a mod on like a 4,000 plus people server and everything.
Okay.
He just keeps doing it. He's like, apparently, according to what he says, like 5,000 followers on Twitch. He just keeps flexing it over and over again. I want to tell him to like be quiet and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I put him in the shadow realm at times whenever he's like doing it, but you know, it's never really like enough to actually do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could definitely
Like,
understand that. I mean, some people, that like all they have are these certain items, and so forth. Me personally, I'm not very a materialistic man. I try to look beyond that, but I mean, different
yeah, me
strokes
too.
for different folks. You know what I mean? So whenever you find yourself getting angry, caller, how do you deal with that anger?
You know, I just kind of put them in the shadow realm, you know? I don't see them. They won't talk to anyone else, you know? Shadow realm like that.
Yeah.
They won't see anyone.
I've heard you say Shadow Realm apparently, repeatedly. Now, could you explain to me what the Shadow Realm is exactly?
The Shadow Realm is basically, if there are the VC, is a place where no one else can see it. Oh. And they just get put in there like that. They won't talk to anyone, they can't hear anyone, it's just them alone with their thoughts.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can definitely understand
Yeah,
that.
it's great.
See, but you got to keep in mind, that might not be what's working and so forth. Like me personally, I prefer being put in areas of isolation every once in a while.
That's true.
Measure
Me too,
5
sometimes.
times, cut once, as they say.
Yeah. It's normally a good like way to get them to quiet down, especially when like people are like saying that I own a Prius and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like I don't own a Prius.
I've seen
like,
in the chat there's a number of Priuses being repeated. What?
Yeah, I don't even have a Prius.
You don't even have
Yeah,
a
apparently this one guy keeps saying that I have a Prius, but obviously I don't. Like,
okay.
Who owns a Prius? Like, that's just super wrong. And like, that's like probably the worst thing that you could threaten someone with is owning a Prius.
Yeah,
like
true.
I can understand like killing your dog.
Priuses and both times were assholes, so I can definitely understand.
I know.
But you were saying, sir?
It was horrible. Yeah, like being like insulted by saying that I own a Prius is probably the worst insult I've ever heard ever.
Yeah,
like saying that you're gonna kill your dog, okay. Owning a Prius, no.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
too
line
much
for you. owning a Prius and so forth.
Yeah.
But see, here's the
Mhm.
trade-off of if you were stuck in a situation where it's either you own a Prius or you have to walk everywhere you go, which option would you choose in that scenario?
Oh, walking, it's the exercise.
Well, I mean, you do raise a valid point. Exercise is definitely a good thing. So,
I mean, like, it's either drive a bad car and waste car mileage or walk. I mean, it's pretty weight on one side.
yeah, I can definitely understand. I'm a big fan of walking myself whenever you get the opportunity and so forth. You know, it's
Yeah,
only
me
at 5
too.
miles. I prefer to walk. It's a good workout for the back and good for the spirit.
Yeah, it's great.
So, anything else that's bothering you in life, sir? Anything I can
Nope,
give you?
that's it.
That's it? Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sir, I hope that you're able to
Alright, see you
relax.
later.
If you happen to need any more help, just
Yeah.
give me a call, okay?
Alright, see you later.
Have a good one, sir. Okay, actually helping. Good, good. Yeah. Let's see, I have somebody specifically asking for an additional call because they have to go somewhere. So, Isabel, could you set up that phone call for me, please? Okay, thank you, thank you. Getting it there. Definitely getting it there. All right. Let's see, is it working, Isabel? Okay, thank you
Hello.
for calling the Behavioralist. What can I do for you today, sir? Caller? Hello?
It's
Okay, you can hear me. Okay. So, thank you for
yeah. It's
calling into the Behavioralist. What can I do for you today, sir?
I just said I wanted to promote something.
Okay, what would you like to promote?
We are called the Buddhist World Order. You, me, and Riot Coat, and we are gonna take over
Yeah. Okay.
the Buddhism hotline.
Okay. So now here's the question though. Would it be like the original like Buddhist world order? Would it be like the continuation with like 40 or 50 people jump on it?
No, we're the original.
Okay. Okay.
We're coming for you, Jonathan Hills.
Yeah, I mean, you heard it here first. The Buddhism
You
world
killed
order.
Matt. You killed Mathis, you son of a bitch, and we're coming after you.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I don't know if Mathis is dead or not, but he's definitely not feeling good after that scenario.
Nah, he's dead, and we're coming for you, Jonathan. And we're gonna fuck your wife.
Now, listen. He's not married anymore. Well, I mean, is he married? I mean, he says he's married to Ari, but he says that's not a real marriage.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck Ari, and then we're gonna fuck his ex-wife and anyone that's been with him.
Anybody who's been with him, but what about the 18 Naked Cowboys at Ram Ranch though? Because I've heard rumors that he is I've heard that he's hooked up with a few of the different cowboys out there.
We're only fucking female people.
Only females. Okay, so that eliminates like 85% of his romantic partners though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So is there anything else I can do for you, caller?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say you're doing a good show.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And
no, that is bad caller. Bad caller. That is so horrible. Why would somebody call into a show and try that? That's just morally reprehensible. Okay, Miss Isabel, if you don't mind, we'll try to get lined up on another caller and so forth. Let's see. Okay, somebody with the name Tax. Okay. All right, Miss Isabel, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for calling in the Behavioralism Hotline. What can I do for you today, sir?
Okay, so obviously, you know about what happened on the Buddhism hotline earlier today.
Yeah, I have heard. I have heard.
You know, as Task Force 1518. Should we move in on Jonathan?
With Task Force 1518, yes. I believe that the evidence has been compiled enough to where there should be a movement towards the aggressor in that situation. Hands down.
Yes.
So my advice to
Okay,
anybody
so
who's part of 1518 should definitely move forward with their plans.
and should I recruit more men?
Well, I know that he has a small army of child slaves, so I would suggest yes, but to try to maybe inference non-lethal weapons and so forth. Maybe like a
Okay, yeah,
beanbag
we
gun
have
or
a
something like that.
yeah, we have beanbags, beanbag ammo for
Okay.
shotguns and tasers and all that.
That's definitely good, because, I mean, you don't want to seriously injure anybody, you know what I mean, because they would try to
Yeah.
use that against you. So, sir, do you deal with anger a lot in your life?
Sometimes, but like not often.
Not often. Okay, I got you. I got you. So, how do you deal with said anger?
Honestly, it just depends. Like sometimes I would, you know, punch my pillow.
Okay.
You know,
And,
honestly, just random stuff.
random stuff. Okay. So, like, said for instance, you said punching your pillow. After doing that, do you honestly feel better or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you actually do feel better. See, I've never quite understood the point of damaging your own property because, I mean, after a while, your pillow's going to get lumpy and it just won't quite have that proper support anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, me personally, when I was younger, I might have used the violence route and so forth whenever dealing with anger, but it never really works that well in my experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I use I don't know, masturbation.
Okay.
To try and bring out the anger.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you do what you got to do and so forth, and it would definitely help with dealing with the beta endorphin release and so forth to help alleviate aggression and so forth. I can see your argument there.
Yeah.
Do you view yourself as a chronic masturbator? Is that a regular problem for you?
I prefer to not answer that.
Okay, fair enough. I can definitely respect your privacy on that situation. Can't really blame you. So, is there anything else I can do for you, caller?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and find some more men to recruit into Task Force 1518.
Okay. Well, I think we don't have to be specific on the women. Just men. You can have some women in your ranks too.
Well, yeah, good point.
No, I mean you ain't gotta discriminate. Equality nowadays. It is 2019 after all, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you very much, sir. And I hope that you're able to have yourself a great day. Okay. Okay. All right. So, seem to be actually helping people. That's good. A lot of aggressive people I know, so when you speak about anger, they naturally go to violence, Sometimes there's ways around that and so forth. Let's see. Seems to be a new caller. Let's see if this works. Floofy? Floofy. Okay. Let's see if this actually connects. Thank you, Isabel. I appreciate that. Doing a very good job. Thank you. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, caller. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Deuce03.
Ah, well, yeah, I appreciate that and so forth. But my name is Dr. Jim Jaspers. I'm the behavioralist. So what can I do for you today, caller?
Tell you about my experience with the $39.99 abomination that is Jonathan's green peas.
You see, I've heard a lot of people talk about the green peas, but never talking about it who had actual experience with it. Please enlighten us, sir.
So I bought the green peas once because I saw an advertisement saying it will save your life, and I was a bit depressed at that time.
Yeah, naturally. I get that, you know. Depression comes and goes.
I
It's part
saw
of life.
it, and I opened the can, and it looked like it was like all wrinkly. It looked like raisins, but it was like green raisins, and
Green raisins.
I didn't like that texture.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. So did you eat these said green peas, sir?
I did, but it tasted horrible. When I chewed it, I when I chewed it, I tasted something that tasted like sperm. Like it looked like sperm. It was white inside the green peas. It was like
Uh-huh.
it
And
was all white inside. Tasted like sperm. I washed my mouth and I threw all the entire green pea can out because
okay.
what a waste of $39.99, $40.
I would have to agree. That sounds definitely like a ripoff. I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah,
like last time I bought green peas, I think they were like 18 cents at the store. You know.
yeah, but $39.99 for
Mhm.
peas
Yeah, that definitely sounds a little
and
bit like a
some green
ripoff.
pea juice
Yeah.
and some disgusting ice cream.
Yeah. So you also bought the ice cream that was sold?
No, I never bought the ice cream because I already had experience with the green peas and
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I mean, if you got ripped off for $40 for a can of green peas, I definitely agree with you there. I wouldn't waste the money, especially on ice cream. But I mean, who would make ice cream that was in the flavor of green peas? That just seems like a horrible strategy.
yeah, and I don't even know how Jonathan is surviving only eating green peas. Like he says that's the only thing you can eat in
Mhm.
Buddhism.
Yeah. See, I've also wondered that because I've heard him say that, but my question is, how would he maintain such a high mass if that was all he was eating? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, like he's that thin type of fat. You know what I mean? There's a world of difference in that. But
yeah.
see, like case in point, today we're going to be talking about anger and so forth. Do you find yourself having a lot of anger in your life?
Yeah, I do.
You do, you do. So how do you react to said anger?
I react to anger.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things, like when I get frustrated because homework or school or stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how do you how do you alleviate said anger in your life?
What do I to do?
Yeah, I mean, like when
Is
you're angry, what do you do to alleviate said anger?
yeah, what I do is I like to go to my room,
Mm-hmm.
go nap. I like
A nap.
taking naps when I'm angry.
Well, that's a good thing. Like me personally, whenever I'm really elevated emotional wise and so forth, I find sleep to be kind of hard. So that's a good thing for you. If you're able to, be angry but still be able to get some rest and all that, that's good. Do you wake up feeling refreshed and not as angry?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. Well, I would, give you advice on that, but I mean, you seem to have a lot of control over that, so you can definitely get a nod of the head from me for sure.
Mm,
Hmm. So, is there anything else I can do for you, caller?
nope.
Okay,
That's it. I'm good.
all right. Well, I'm glad to hear that, and thank you for calling into the Behavioralist. Okay. Seems to be a lot of people dealing with anger and they're finding their own ways to do it. So that's definitely a plus. My main message is, people are always paranoid about anger. Don't let it, rule against you because it can if you let it and so forth. Miss Isabel, do we have any more people in the waiting room? Actually, yes, we do. Okay. Nation. Okay, let's see if we can make that work. All right. Okay, is that connecting? Hello, thank you for calling in the Behavioralist. What can I do for you today?
Hey, I just had a couple questions about a couple things. If you could help me out.
Sure, if I can help you out, I'll be glad to.
Yeah, I was wondering, I've been deciding between getting converted to Buddhism or getting converted to Mathematicism. So I thought I would get someone else's opinion and see which one they.
Well, what are the rules or the edicts of said religions? Because that right there can be a very, deciding factor.
I've seen stuff like not playing video games, supporting like JoJo Siwa, stuff like that, and that's the Buddhism side.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing a couple things, researching about Methodism, and it seems pretty cool for me as well.
Now, with Mathesism, what are the rules for that religion?
I'm thinking he hasn't really, the leader of it, he probably hasn't put much info about it out there. I am thinking a couple things though. Maybe I just have to support Mathis and just do cool things related to Methodism and stuff like that.
Okay, I got you. All right, so I mean, which side of the fence do you seem to be leaning on?
I'm thinking getting converted to maybe Mathesism. I've seen this thing called the Buddhism Hotline, if you know of that.
I've actually heard of it before once or twice, yes, sir.
Nice. He runs it on Hills. He seems like a cool guy, and I'm kind of leaning towards him, but I kind of go for Mathesism a little more.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I can definitely respect that and so forth. Now, how would you convert into said Mathesism? Like, how would you do that?
I'm pretty sure he converts on the Buddhism line as well. Next to whenever Mathis is on the program.
Okay.
So that's how I would go to get converted to it.
Okay, well, heck, I mean, if there's anything I can do to help and all that, I guess if I can help out, you just let me know and so forth. And yeah, it sounds like you've made up your mind and all that, and I'd say go for it. Convert to Mathesism, and hopefully you'll be able to find peace in
it. Okay, to convert to it though, I've been having some trouble getting onto the actual program.
Yes, sir.
Like calling in and everything. It's hard to get in there, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've heard of, like, on average, it's like 1,000 people watching the show, and, they got 2 phone lines, so I can imagine that they would fill up quick and all that.
Yeah, I'm thinking they should probably install, like, a waiting line kind of thing for when people are trying to call in.
Yeah, I could definitely see the argument with that. I mean, it also makes sense, being a little bit more fair and democratic and so forth, plus giving people more of an option for calling in. So, yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yes.
So, have you ever actually made it onto said show before? And you said it was the what? The what hotline?
The Buddhism hotline.
Buddhism hotline. I'll have to check that out sometime. I've heard of it before, but I've never seen it, so I'll definitely have to check it out.
I think I've heard a voice like identical to yours on the hotline. I don't know, but
well, yeah, I've actually heard that before. I've heard of people saying that they sound and look like me. So, I mean, I think it's the Greco-Roman face structure. It kind of blends in, kind of like a dream face, after a while, people just kind of associate it and so forth. So, I'll definitely have to check into that and all that. So, yeah, I definitely see your point there.
Yes.
Okay, so is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Not really, but if you want to, what's the current topic of today's stream?
The current topic of today's stream is anger and how to deal with it and so forth. Yeah, basically, like, what things make you angry, how do you deal with said anger, and I'm trying to use my limited expertise to try to help people who are having problems with anger, of ways of dealing with it and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So do you deal with a lot of anger in your life, sir?
Yeah, I deal with some anger, but it's mostly like personal stuff, so I don't really like to talk about it that much.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, whenever you're dealing with certain points of anger, whichever they might be, how do you express your anger?
I usually just do random things and just I don't really know. Just pretty much random things.
Okay. I mean, are these things usually, violent or non-violent or things like that, or what?
Um, I'm thinking about getting some kind of like punching bag thing to like set up in my living room
Hmm.
to like punch and beat up whenever I get angry.
Well, yeah, I can definitely see your point. Not to mention, it gives you an excuse to work out and things like that. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. I would say go for that. That'd probably be a great job for
Sure.
you. All right. So, is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Not really.
Okay.
You've really helped me out.
Well, I'm glad to be of service. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I want to try to help everybody out if I can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you're able to relax and have yourself a great evening. Okay.
Yes, you too.
All righty. We're rocking and rolling, brothers. Rocking and rolling. Yep. Yeah, I do not have the bot programmed with the Discord directly. I'm pretty sure that somebody could link that in the chat and be able to assist and all that. Let's see, Miss Isabel, can you go to the waiting area, see if there's anybody waiting to enter the phone calls? Let's see how it goes. Glad actually getting some people showing up and so forth. So I think there is nobody waiting in that area for phone calls. Alrighty, let's see, is there anybody else there? Let's double check. Oh, we actually managed to have somebody. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Thank you for calling the Behavioralism Hotline. How can I help you today, sir?
Listen. This is Grayson Connor from the FBI, and I've called in because we see your account here has had some traces with somebody. We are under investigation of
Okay.
Jonathan Hills.
Okay. So, in what regard, sir?
Well, we've seen some. You see, Jonathan seems to be an undocumented immigrant.
Okay. Okay. See, I hear a lot of things about this Jonathan Hills. It's kind of almost, mind-boggling and so forth. Now, you say that he has trace accounts on me. In what regard, sir?
Well, we can see through your streams. I've been mentioned that you've been talked about a lot by him.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. I've heard. Like somebody said something like he referenced my mother or something along those lines. It's just
oh
insanity.
yes, I remember that. We have traced that back to there. And we have seen some kind of relationship towards you two. Um,
Okay.
and I just wanted to say that there have been some traces, and it turns out that your friend Jonathan Hills is actually an undocumented immigrant.
Oh, okay. So if he's an undocumented immigrant, why would ICE not be attempting to apprehend him?
I would what?
If he was in
What
fact an
was that?
undocumented immigrant, why would ICE not be attempting to apprehend him?
Oh, it's because he's also into 15-year-olds, so that's a big thing.
Yeah,
Walking
that's
out.
definitely a big thing.
Um,
That's the reason why I'm kind of surprised ICE would not be, banging in his door.
I know. I don't understand it either. I talked to some people and they said we can't do anything until everything is set up everything is set up perfectly, and I don't understand it. But I kind of want to go in right now, but they won't let me. They won't let us.
Okay, Okay. Well, I mean, who would be the person who'd be giving you the instructions not to? Could they not be getting influenced by this said person? I mean, if he's able to sell a can for $40 of green peas, I'm assuming he might have a little bit of money to try to, stave off, being deported and so forth.
We have in fact looked into that, and that is basically robbery. Yes, $40 for fucking peas.
Yeah, $40 for peas sounds a little bit rough. Cannot really blame you there. Cannot really blame you there.
And from what I heard on the food reviews, they aren't really that good.
Yeah, I spoke to a gentleman who called in earlier who said he bought the cans of peas and he said he found white material in the can of green peas. And correct me if I'm wrong, aren't green peas green?
Yeah, they are usually green.
Yeah.
Did he describe this white material to you other than it being white?
Yes, he said it was white, kind of a viscous material. He wasn't exactly sure, but he was worried it might be something along the lines of semen.
I will. I know recently something happened with the plantation where these things were made. Have you heard about that?
Yes, actually, I believe somebody sent me a news article about 3 or 4 months ago. I believe that somebody who went by the name of Liquid Jonathan launched an aggressive assault on this plantation and burnt majority of it to the ground. But I haven't heard anything about it since then.
Okay, well, as you would expect, Jonathan was very serious about this. But
I would imagine.
along the other some other lines, we have other than undocumented immigrant, we have noticed that he has an interest in 15-year-old girls.
Yeah, I've been
Do
hearing
you
that a
know
lot.
anything about that?
No, I've heard a lot about that. Apparently, he recently did an episode defending a girl. Her name was like Jiwa Siri or something like that. I'm not really too sure, but apparently she is a TikTok and Vine star, I believe.
Oh, I think you're talking about JoJo Siwa.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about
Yeah,
any of that
that
type of
bitch
stuff.
has a big forehead.
I've actually heard that, sir. Actually, I have somebody who just messaged me that he goes to Ram Ranch and has a premium pass to the ranch. Actually, would that information be
Oh,
able to
okay.
help you? I'm sorry, what, sir?
That would, because we would be able to track him down, knowing that he goes to such a gay place.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now we heard originally we had heard that it was a standard membership. Is it a premium or standard?
From what this person just messaged me and sent pictures, apparently is a premium pass. He is a big fan of stall number 16. I have no idea what that means, though, sir.
Now, do you know what time he goes there? Like specific
I
timing,
don't
day.
know. The person has said usually when he is not streaming, that is where he is located at, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I guess on his
So,
downtime, that's where he goes to alleviate his aggression and anger and so forth.
yeah. But if this person is into guys, why would he be interested in somebody like JoJo Siwa?
I don't know. See, that's the part I've been trying to figure out because I mean, if he's into hard cowboys and so forth, and I don't know why he would be interested in. You said her name was JoJo, I believe.
JoJo, yeah, JoJo
Okay.
Siwa, like JoJo the monkey.
Yeah, kind of like that, a little bit. But yeah, I see. I'm more concerned about his levels of aggression in dealing with co-hosts and so forth. I believe he actually has a female who's trapped in his closet, and he has apparently people chained in his basement. Could you not use that as grounds for going in to rescue said people?
Wait. Could you give us some information on these people so maybe we can track down maybe their family, their friends?
Yes. A gentleman who went by the name of Black Healthy Cat actually called in earlier saying that he was shackled to the wall in the basement and he has a laptop and so forth. I instructed him to get in contact with the FBI, and he's saying that he's tried that before, but it doesn't work.
All right. We'll contact him later. He is in this Discord, right?
I do believe he is in fact in the Discord. I do in fact believe so. So
Okay, we will contact him later.
I'll,
Any
I'll,
other
I'll,
people?
I'll
Like any other
have well, I believe that there is a female technician who goes by the name Ari, I believe. She sounds very sweet and innocent, but apparently she has been trapped in his closet for the better part of 8 months.
Okay, we will definitely look into that. Thank you very much, Behavioralist.
Yes, thank you. Not a problem. There's also a gentleman who you could get in contact with who's apparently his biological brother. He goes by Liquid Jonathan, I believe. If you could get in contact with Liquid
Oh, yes,
Jonathan,
I
apparently he
remember
has
you
a
mentioned that
large.
earlier.
Oh, yeah, mentioned it earlier. Okay, good. Yeah, you definitely want to try to get in contact with him because apparently he has a large amount of information and so forth.
Okay. We will also, along with the description about this gentleman we got from a viewer apparently. There has been information leaked that he has indeed cut off his genitalia, his nether regions.
How did he not bleed out from cutting off his own genitalia? I don't quite understand that, sir.
I don't get it either. I didn't even believe it when I saw it. I was like, can we just throw this away? This is another jock.
No. Huh. Okay. Well, that sounds a little crazy to me, but I mean, that's a weird flex for him, but okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is a weird flex.
That is definitely a weird flex. So, um, Godspeed, FBI agent, and I hope that you have luck in apprehending this apparently maniacal individual.
Yes. I'll. The titles we've given him is apparently from what the information you gave me, like somebody who owns slaves, gay, and a bunch of other things. So we're gonna be looking into that. Thank you very much for your time,
Not a problem at
Behavioralist.
all, FBI agent. I'm here to serve my country in any way
Have
I
a good
can.
night. Have a good night, and bless America.
God bless America. It's definitely an interesting day, huh? Definitely an interesting day. I told Blank to call in, and she's like, no, I'll just want my attention. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Okay. Alright, let's see. Miss Isabel, can you pull up the Discord, see if there's anybody else in the waiting area for the calls? Okay, I don't think we have anybody in the waiting areas. Okay. Okay. Actually, wait, we actually do have somebody attempting to wait for advice. Alright. And his name is Brother Lips. Oh, okay. Let's see how this goes. Thank you for calling into the
Hello?
Behavioralist. What can I do for you today?
Okay, yeah, I had just a personal question for you.
Sure.
Not really personal, but how do you get into the hotline so much? Like every stream you always seem to get on the air and into a call with John and his co-host. Can you give me any advice?
Well, I think I've tried to call in on the show a few times. I used my cell phone, and it took me about 350 attempts to actually get an open line. So I would say
Okay.
persistence, sir. That would probably be about my best bit of advice. But that was, years ago and so forth. So I haven't really had the opportunity to call in. Caller?
Okay.
Okay. So is
Hello?
there? Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
So,
sir.
the topic for today's show is anger and so forth. Do you find yourself experiencing anger a lot in life?
Um, no, not really, honestly.
Okay.
I like to say I have a firm grasp and control of my emotions.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You don't want to be completely detached. You still want some of those humanizing efforts, but I can respect that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't. It takes something very rude and disrespectful to possibly set me off. You
Yes.
know,
So if you find yourself in those type of situations and so forth, how do you deal with that said anger?
if I do,
Hmm.
um, well, in the rare occasions that I do, I'll either I'll hold it in until I can get somewhere to the
Okay.
point until I can get somewhere where
So
I can
basically, you
deal with it effectively.
compartmentalize. You compartmentalize the anger and so forth until you're able to address it properly. Correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If I do have a problem and I do get angry about it, I mostly try and address it with the person that I have a problem with. But if it's something that just I have no control over,
Hmm.
nothing I can really do.
Got you.
So
Yeah.
I'm mostly trying to get over it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you can't control it, you have to bear it. Correct?
It's pretty much how it goes. Last time I checked.
Sadly, I definitely agree with you there, brother. So, is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Nope, that's it. Pleasure talking to you.
Likewise. Hope that you have a great day, sir.
You
Oh, sorry, I was not trying to disconnect that call like that. Okay. Isabel, you cut that off before you could say thank you. Gotta be careful about that. Okay, we got, let's see, somebody by the name of Sorrow. Okay, interesting name. Could you go ahead and connect that call, Isabel? Thank you.
Oh, hi, sir.
Thank
Oh,
you for calling
fuck.
into the Behavioralist. What can I do for you today, sir?
I mean, like, you know what, though? It's just that I would, like, kind of like to compliment your show. It's actually, like, kind of calm, so that, like, you know what, though, there's, like, I mean, like, you know what, though, there's, like, barely people waiting to get in.
Yeah.
As if, ha- and what, though, it seems, like, very calm compared to the Buddhism hotline, because, well, then there's, like, 10 million people trying to call in there and just waste making
Yeah.
unfunny jokes. Yeah, it honestly, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a to figure out what the fuck to say, honestly. But, um, talk about today's Buddhism Hotline episode, basically where freaking Mathis is dragged along the floor.
Yeah, I've somebody has sent me a clip of that, and it seems kind of horrific that somebody who's claiming to be a prophet would assault somebody. But see,
He's
hmm
he's a liar.
yeah, oh yeah, I think I'd
He's
have to
not a
agree with you
liar.
there. I mean, see, like today's topic of today's show is anger and so forth. Do you find yourself experiencing anger a lot, sir?
Um, I don't really see myself getting angry at anything.
Okay, okay. So,
So,
mhm.
alright, sir, thank you so much, and as though basically, as the fucking cuck would say, Buddha bless. See ya.
Okay, well, that's something. All right. Huh. Mr. Awesome Gamer. I can't call or get in the waiting list. Have you attempted to get into the Discord? If you can get into the Discord, I can assist you a little bit easier. If not, I can pull up a separate program for the telephone call, if you'd prefer. Go ahead and wait and chat unless this person is already gone. They might already be gone. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. XX Awesome Gamer 12XX. That must have took a while to find that name, huh? We'll see how it goes. Definitely see how it goes. Leave that. Isabel, come on. Gotta be better than that. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody in the waiting area. Therefore, I guess I can try to pull up the alternate calling method. Yeah, awesome gamer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. If you would like to, you can go into the waiting area for the phone calls, and I will pull you directly, or have Miss Isabel pull you in directly, if you'd prefer, sir. Which is, up to you. Guess I can go ahead and open up the alternate phone line, which would be the telephone line, and see if there's anybody who would like some assistance there. By the way, I have properly fixed donations and so forth. So if you feel like I've assisted and so forth, if you want to, or you just want to get your message up, you're more than welcome to, and it should show up with no problems. Sorry about the inconvenience. Okay, gotcha. Let's see how that goes. Okay, we have got the direct telephone line opened up, if that would be a better alternative for you to call. You forgot to remind me to contact Mathis to make sure he's okay. Definitely see what I can do there. Don't want to see anybody get beat on for no reason. So, whatever works. You have to forgive me. I'm trying to get this program up and running, and it is not wanting to assist. Just waiting on that respond process so I can redonate it. It says 3 to 5 days. That sounds about right, like a boss. Sorry about that. Okay, I've got the telephone line opened up. If you'd like to try to call in through the direct phone line, we can try to see if that'll work. If Discord is not an available option. But to be honest, Discord would work a little bit better in this situation. Let's see how it goes. Nobody in the waiting area. Alrighty. Go ahead and give it a couple minutes, see if anybody wants to call in. But the main point about anger I really want to stress is it's not a bad thing. It's really not. It can be very useful, very beneficial. Back whenever I was doing mixed martial arts training and so forth, anger was very helpful in a lot of regards because, when your body hits a physical limit, sometimes you've got to push through it, heck, look how well it worked out for characters such as Bruce Banner and so forth, important stuff. Okay, so nobody is calling in through the direct phone line, so see if that works, and if not, we will go ahead and just disconnect that. Seems like everybody has been helped who wants to be helped. So that's something, I guess. Okay. Miss Isabel, are we having issues with the computer? Story of my life. Always an issue somewhere. Alrighty. Well, guys, I guess we'll go ahead and work on wrapping this up and all that. And the main thing I wanted to just say is, having your emotions are not a bad thing. They're actually very helpful. They can help out in a number of different ways. The last thing I want anybody to do is try to remove said emotions, try to be completely stoned, because if you're doing that, you're honestly kind of missing the point of being human, I agree with you, Costanza. Free Mathis indeed. Is there anything you're needing assistance with, sir? If you need be, just hop into the waiting room and I will address those issues for you, no problem. If that's what you need. But yeah, it's Yeah, like from what the clips people have been sending me about this Jonathan Hills, I'm kind of worried about his level of anger. He's probably going to stroke out in the near future if he ain't careful. I mean, just yelling and screaming and throwing things against a wall, that's never a good idea, you know? I mean, serves no purpose. Serves no purpose at all. Okay. Well, guys, I'm not seeing anybody doing the calls, so we're going to go ahead and shut that down. And we're probably going to go ahead and wrap up. So, in closing, I appreciate everybody who's came out, all the callers and so forth. Thank you for calling in, sharing your stories and so forth. You know, it's definitely a good thing. And the most important thing is to remember is, you know, you have a right to feel as you feel. You know, I mean, as long as it doesn't impede on anybody else, that's the important thing. And I hope that everybody is able to find a little bit of joy that they can today and so forth. And for everybody who's came out, if you'd like to, please throw me a follow and so forth. And y'all guys just keep on rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? Free speech or no speech, brothers. Hope you're able to relax, and may you all get what you deserve.